I want to tell you a story about a god of the Northmen called Balder. The second son of Odin, he was beautiful, good and wise. He was fair of feature, he spoke fair words, he gave fair judgments. Light shone from him. Only good things were told of him. Yet he was the first of the gods to die. The Northmen tell this story about the death of Balder. It begins with dark dreams. Night after night, Balder dreams of his own death, and the gods fear for his life. So Balder's mother makes everything in the world: fire, water, iron, stone, earth, wood, beasts, birds, serpents, poison, sickness, swear an oath not to harm her son. One by one, they each make their vow. Neither weapons nor wood will injure him, Balder's mother boasts. Only Loki, father of Hela, the mistress of death, is not amused.
He loves you. Calling you. Dillian. Dillian, we're here. Dillian. We're nearly here. Go through it. It's dangerous. Follow it. What's behind the gate? Where will it take you? It's not safe. Believe in you. Dillian, there he is. There he is. What are you waiting for? Quick, find a way. Find him. Go through. He disappears. Dillian, don't lose him. Way too many times. Where is he? Where's he gone? We're in the wrong world. He's not. She's in the wrong world. He's not in this world. He's in the other one. He's in the other one. He's in the dark world. The dark. It's like what happens to the thing she loves. She destroys the thing she loves. Loved you. You squashed it, strangled it. The curse cannot be. Do you remember meeting him beneath the tree? The world once seemed so simple. Black and white. Darkness and light. Narrow dividing lines of our own making. Dillian taught her to see further. To peek through the cracks and see the worlds of colour stretching away from the gloom. And Senua explored new paths into the unknown.
Mother, is it really true that all things promise to keep him safe? I did not ask the mistletoe, Baldur's mother confesses. I thought it was too young. Oh dear.
He cared in a way that nobody else did.
You can't go up there.
You can't go up there.
Not in this world.
Not in this world. You can't. He was kind to her.
Do you remember him whispering in your ear?
The curse.
And now the darkness is swallowing
You broke him. You killed him.
You couldn't see the darkness within you. Was it worth it? Do you remember him whispering in your ear?
Do you remember the way he touched you?
Dillian didn't believe in the curse. Dillian believed in you.
He didn't believe that she was cursed.
He saved you when everyone else turned their backs.
Senua.
Dillian's in the tower.
He's there.
Why isn't he here?
He's gone.
He's in the dark world.
He's gone to the dark world.
You're in the
Dillian
wrong world.
saved her. He's in the
Oh, you're right, Dillian.
Without you, you owe everything to him.
You're cursed. You kill the things you love with your curse.
Kill the things that are most precious to you.
There he is. Where are you taking
He's
him?
up there. He's up there.
How do you get up there?
There's a way. There is a way up there. Find the way. She can do it. You're nearly there. Just find the way.
Loki makes a dart out of mistletoe and goes to the gods as they throw things at Balder. The blind god, Huth, was there. Loki asks him why he wasn't taking part. Huth says, I cannot see where Balder stands, and even if I could see him, I have no weapon. Loki replies, here is a wand. I will tell you where he stands. And Huth throws the mistletoe at Balder. It pierces through him, and to everyone's horror, Balder is killed. And for this, Huth is slain.
It's all your fault. It's all your fault. You're cursed.
What didn't she do? She could defeat.
She should have listened to her. Why didn't she listen to her father? She thought she could defy her.
Your curse is claimed to me. Poor Dilly. He didn't know. He was cold.
You have blood on your hands. You are guilty. You will always be guilty. Was it worth it? Everything gets broken in the end. You killed him with your love because he believed in you.
The Northmen tell how the gods mourned Balder. His body was to be burnt on his ship, but they could not manage to push it into the sea and sent for a giantess to do it.
Years had passed since she left her father. She trained hard alongside her friend, Dillian. She saw things no one else could. Patterns, shapes, movement. An intuition that made her an exceptional warrior. Friendship turned to love. But the shadow of darkness never let her go, and she was caught between two worlds. That of Zinbel and her past. Dillian. The future. Two realities tearing at her soul.
He led you astray. You should have listened to your father when you had the chance. You have no time for this. Speed. His love has tortured you, and it tortures. It's all part of their game. They've set you trials to distract you. They've set you up, and now they're going to watch you. What if these trials mean nothing? Laughing at you. What if they take you no closer to Dillian? Dillian, and you're letting this get in the way. What if they are just to tire you out, to make you weak before the battle?
Overcome with grief, the gods send Hermod to ride to Hel and ask Hela to let Balder return home. All the gods are weeping, he says. Are they? Asks Hela. We shall see if he is truly missed. If everything in the world will weep for him, he shall go back to the gods. But if even one thing refuses, Baldur stays with me. The gods send messengers everywhere. Weep for Baldur, weep him out of hell. And everything wept. Men, beasts, earth, stone, trees, metal, everything. Except for a giantess they found in a cave. Baldur was never my friend, she says. Let hell keep what she has. The Northmen say that the giantess must have been Loki in disguise.
Dillion saved you from them.
What if they're all about wasting your time, just delaying minute by
Your
minute by
curse has
minute?
claimed Dillion.
What does she think she's doing? You're special.
They mean nothing.
Being special. Waste of time. It could all be a waste of her time.
The gods are just playing. What if the gods are laughing at her?
Messing with her.
It wouldn't be.
First time.
She thought she had light within her.
She is pure darkness.
Do you remember the smell of his neck? What if this is pointless?
What are you doing?
The Northmen tell how the gods punished Loki for Baldur's death. They captured him and took him to a cave. They fetched his 2 sons and turned one into a wolf, and he ripped his brother apart. The gods used Loki's own son's entrails to tie him down and turned these bonds to iron and dangled a poisonous serpent over his face so that its venom would drip onto him. Each time the venom drips onto Loki's face,
Dillion!
Be very, very careful.
Dillion never much cared for the underworld and looked dimly upon the druids, like her father, Sinbel. I guess he took after his father, a chieftain who believed nothing he couldn't see, and he happened to be blind. She felt safe in Dillion's arms, and to see the world through his eyes. Slowly, the darkness that had bound her so tightly began to unravel.
You're going to fall, careful.
No, she's not. She's not going to fall. She's strong. She's steady. She can do it. You can do it, Senua.
It's your fault. He's disappeared. You've lost him to the sea. He's gone. You've lost him to the... He's gone to the water. He's drowned.
Senua, your father cannot understand your darkness. He cannot see through your eyes. No one can. My own father was born blind. Doesn't have the faintest idea of what the night looks like. The word dark to him means as little as the word light. So someone is afraid of the dark. Should we fix them by taking away their sight? Would you give up the beautiful world that you, and only you, can see just to be rid of your nightmares? Or is this the price you pay for the gift you have? A gift that makes you so special in my eyes. Just another part of the person I love.
I left for the wilds to protect you from my darkness. Because I love you. But it made it worse. I'm so sorry.
What if this is pointless?
What if you're wrong?
What if this is nothing to do with the sword?
What if we're wrong?
The sword will never be yours.
What if this is the end?
It's just a trick.